All right, Shalom, Kol Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. Shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. A hearty shalom to you other laborers and believers that are scattered abroad, whether you be among the excuse me, whether you be among the heathen, and even like the heathen who are speckled bird Israelites. To the whole household of faith, which is the elect, I want to say shalom to you all. And this is the M.O.T.B update as we look at what's going on. All right, currently here in Babylon, with this guy Nero Trump. He's pretty much got things working in the way, all right, that's according to the elite's plans. Because what's going on is, you look at what he's doing, you got the government shut down, which that could potentially have, government workers, including the military, that won't get paid. All right, the tariffs are tearing down, the economy over here by, imposing those tariffs, which is heavy taxation upon the different goods that are being shipped, to and from here, mainly to America. All right, that's causing a disruption in the economy in a great way, because that directly affects the consumers, all right, which are the people. All right, so especially those that are, on the lower totem pole in society. All right, you have, the job market is scarce. So pretty much everything is collapsing. Agriculture. Agriculture has been for, months now, where even Edomite farmers are complaining about there's no laborers to reap down the fields, all right, and even sow the fields, because pretty much they all been deported, all right, and they all been deported, and there's no one to tend to the fields, so that's leading to what? Shortage of food, which can lead to a famine. So this place you call America, which is Babylon the Great, is literally folding before our very eyes. Okay, and what's going to happen is it's going to bring everyone, to the point of desperation. All right, and for our people, you so-called Negro, Latino, and American people, they don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai and serve the Lord and do His will, and you're going to get caught out here once all hell break loose, which we're very close to that. Because the M.O.T.B, all right, is being pushed before everyone's very eyes. So, matter of fact, I typed in RFID microchip on YouTube in the search bar, and I went to the filters and typed in this year, and you have videos from 5 months out, 3 weeks out, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, and, the list goes on, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 months, 1 month, 4 months, 2 months ago. And it's always something, all right, on YouTube about the M.O.T.B. All right. And I'm going to play this clip for you. All right. Because this is going to be the thing they're going to push for you to have, which is the M.O.T.B as prophesied in the Bible. If you want to get back on the grid, or if you want to receive your benefits, all right, and to be on this device, the RFID or radio frequency identification device, all right, whether it be the the one that goes into the head, the neural link, or the one that goes into your hand, which is the size of a grain of rice, it's going to be the thing that's going to be pushed, all right, to the people to receive, in order to receive payments, to receive different things they, use their current wallets for. Identification, Social Security, birth certificate, all that, medical records, insurance card, debit cards, all that'll be on this device, and this is going to be the, our temptation when, it's pushed, on the people, all right, which, I'm gonna show you in scripture, how the hour of temptation is going to be, man, because it's going to be hell upon you if you don't receive it. But that's where faith come in at for, our people. Okay. So let's play the clip. I want to say fair use, fair use. Of course, my videos are not monetized, only for literary and commentary purposes. So fair use, fair use. All right. This is a video I came across, right?
So the very first chip that I got was this one, and this was very experimental. So a doctor, used a little scalpel and placed it. But as we started to make products out of this, we put them into pre-sterilized injectors. So it's just like getting an injection, really. But now that process can be done by our partners, which are mostly body piercers. They're very familiar with skin, aseptic procedures, needles, things like that. So it's a very quick and easy process that's actually safer than getting an ear piercing. There's a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people are kind of educated by Hollywood movies, which is fantastical nonsense. There's no power when it's not, very close to a reader. So it's not tracking you. It's not GPSing. It's not doing any of that nonsense. Being able to secure things like banking transactions, Bitcoin transactions, the really important things about your digital identity that are now merged with your biological identity. That's a very important thing. Normally you have something that's secure, but it's not convenient, or it's convenient, but it's not secure. Implants have a chance to break that paradigm so that you can do something that's secure while being convenient, or it's more secure because it is convenient to be secure. So this is an example of just a vent safe that looks like a vent, but it's actually safe.
And there you go, and that's the way they're going to pitch it to you, man. It's secure, it's safe. No one can steal it, or commit theft like they would with your normal wallet or purse, And so you got to be mindful of that because these devils are crafty, man. All right, very cunning and crafty, So let's bring out some scriptures, right? Habakkuk chapter 2. And I start at verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it right. And the vision of the M.O.T.B. that John the Revelator saw has been broken down and made plain to new tribes, man. All right. The average Christian even talking about the M.O.T.B. Why? Because they watch the Israelites from the apostles on down. So this thing is, as far as the attention is getting, the attention is getting in the mainstream news media, because that was the New York Post, man. That's a big MSM or mainstream news media outlet, man. All right, everyone know about the New York Post, man. Okay. It says, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And you see that, more and more, if you've been around for some time, for some years, you can see that the M.O.T.B. is being spoken about now in this year, all right, in this year alone, more than any other year, all right, that this truth is going out. Because why? The Lord is letting you know that, hey, his word is going to stand. His word is going to come to pass. See? That's why the watchmen was set up on the walls to constantly, sound the alarm so that you be warned. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, right? Though it take a little while, wait for it, right? Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right, so that though it may take a little moment, that doesn't mean it's not going to come. Because we know, according to the scriptures, that the prophecies of the Bible will not fail. Because first and foremost, the Bible, all right, can stand on its own, unlike any other book in the world, man. Because this is a spiritual book. Excuse me, it's a spiritual book. This is a history book. You know, this is the book of where we got our true education from. Okay, this is Isaiah 34:16. It says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read." See, what's the book of the Lord? The Bible. So seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. Meaning what? No one of these prophecies are going to fail you, man. No one's running to any other book, all right, to seek answers to what's going on in society. No, what you have going on is people running to the Israelites. They run to us, all right, to inquire why these things are going on. As a matter of fact, some of them just coming up and just saying it, man. Hey, man, remember the Bible said this, and now it's coming to pass. Right, you know why? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua making it known that the words that his men, all right, have been spewing out of our mouths is really, his prophecies, his word. And that's why you see it come to pass, It says, no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. Right? You don't have to, put the Bible with any other book. Like I said, it stands alone. For my mouth it had commanded it, and his spirit it had gathered them. Right. So when the Lord gave the vision to John the Revelator that he's seen the vision that the M.O.T.B was being pushed, and this is, over 2,000 years ago, where you've seen it where, or roughly 2,000 years ago, I say, where, that vision that John the Revelator seen, or he was shown, all right, it's coming to pass right now in our time, And when what did the guy said in the video? Payments, identification, And you can look up the capabilities of an RFID technology. All right, whether it's a Neuralink or the one that goes in the hand, you can look it up and see the capabilities of it. It can hold your medical records, all that stuff, man. Okay, but where it was prophesied at, where it was told at, in the Bible. People are running to and fro to seek knowledge, but they're not going to you wacky tacky Christians. They're not going to you fucking Islamic mosque. The Buddhism, Hinduism, none of that shit. Rastafari, none of that shit, man. They run to the Israelites because why? We have the truth. Okay? All right, and we tell you the truth what's going on. All right, so this is Revelation 13:16. It says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads," right? Because there's one that goes in the forehead, all right, or the head itself, and you got one that goes into the hand, which it show you on that clip. Okay, it show you on the clip how it works, man. See it?
But it's not convenient. Or things like that.
All right. Oh, Slocky. Yeah,
It's just like getting in.
There it is right there, man. Excuse me. There it is right there. So the M.O.T.B is real, man. The M.O.T.B is real, and it will be pushed, right? Whether you're small or great in society, rich or poor. All right. Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Now we know the word mark goes into charagma, which is something that's implanted or inserted inside or underneath the skin. Okay, we know that the word, we look at the word 666, it goes to chi psi sigma, and the word stigma itself, when you look it up, it means what? Something that is, matter of fact, you can look it up now. The word stigma, see if I find it on here in the etymology. Okay. You may have to find it on Google. see here. Here we go. So go to the etymology of stigma. Okay, this is the origin. It says a Greek word. How we know it's a Greek word, even on the blue letter, right? Look up the word 666 in verse 18. You have this right here, chi-side stigma. There's the word stigma right there. Look at this.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, xi, stigma. Chi, xi, stigma.
And that's why I looked the word stigma up, because the word stigma, because that goes into what? The number of a man, his number is 666, right? The word stigma right here, but it goes into a little bit, but not really. You gotta go to the origin of it, because it'll send you, look at this shit. It's none of these right here. Look at that. See? Origin, Greek, which the blue letter I pulled up was Greek. It says a mark made by a pointed instrument, a dot, right? A pointed instrument, which they show you that pointed instrument right here. All right, that's the pointed instrument. That syringe right there. They stick it in you. Matter of fact, let's play it again.
Also, a doctor, used a little scalpel and placed it. But as we started to make products out of this, we put them into pre-sterilized injectors. So it's just like getting an injection, really. But now that process can be done by our partners, which are mostly body piercers. They're very familiar with skin, aseptic procedures, needles, things like that. So it's a very quick and easy process that's actually safer than getting an ear piercing. There's a lot of misconceptions.
Appointed. All right. It says what? On the definition, let me see here. A mark made by a pointed instrument, and what the instrument going to do? It's going to insert the RFID device in you. That's what's going to happen, man, if you agree to take that. Okay? So the M.O.T.B is real, man. And then you look at what's going on, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, everything is crashing so that they can forward their enterprise. And the main thing of their enterprise, even told by, Aaron Russo to Alex Jones, is that what? They want to have everyone chipped, man. This is the plan of the elites, man, to make you a perpetual slave. And how they going to do it? Through order out of chaos, or order ab chaos. See? That's how they're going to do it, man. And that's going to be the what? The hour of testing. Let's get it. All right, Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee. And that's talking about the elect too. Okay? Because the elect going to keep the word of the Lord's patience, man. All right, so it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that's going to be the very moment when they make that device I just showed you in the video clip mandatory. And that's going to take faith to endure that and not receive that. All right, you got to have that tawah from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, as far as you Israelites out there. Because it's definitely here. And it's here to stay, and it's going to be pushed. And if you don't have any faith, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be called out here, because look at what's going on right now, man. You even got women that's crashing out because they ain't receiving their SNAP benefits. And they say they're going to plan on cutting millions or more SNAP benefit recipients off in the coming days, weeks, and months. So it's going to get ugly out here. All right, you got women online, so-called black women, complaining online they can't feed their children. You got people complaining about not getting their checks online. So shit is happening, man. Shit is happening, and it's happening in a major way, because you know why? The Lord is getting ready to bring this place to its end. And a part of his end is that the elites is going to try to push and forward their agenda, but guess what? The Lord is going to interrupt it, man. Okay? The Lord is literally he's going to interrupt it. Okay, let me see something. This is the book of Job 5:12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Right. And though this device is out there, he's going to push it, you're going to have some that take it. All right. Ultimately, the Lord is going to shorten these days for the elect's sake. See? So that's hey, that's something that we have to look forward to, that the Lord is going to shorten these days. Lord willing, we of the elect. I myself and the rest of you sincere, I came out there, because we're going to need the Lord to deliver us from these times. And he's going to deliver us from these times, because the Lord has always delivered, all right, our ancestors when they call upon him in truth. So, yeah, man, I made it right there. Hey, Lord, when you've been edified, I want to say all praise and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak. I want to say shalom to the Lord's elect. And Lord willing, I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, I want to say shalom to you.